Well, the National Corn Growers Association has announced the winners of its annual Fields of Corn photo contest. And Mike Hacker of Quigley Farms took home the grand prize this year. His submission was titled Harvest Time, which was taken in Blanchester, Ohio, while scouting a research plot. It's just one of the many pictures that celebrate the beauty of farm country, and it is gorgeous. Mike joins us now to speak on this accomplishment. We appreciate your time. Mike, congratulations to you on being the grand prize winner. We want to know what made you enter the contest and how surprised were you to find out that you actually won?
So my wife, she entered some photos the week before, and she said, Mike, do you want to enter? I said, no, I don't have anything very good. So I ended up sneaking a few in that she didn't know about and kept an eye on them. And it was like, dang, I don't think I'm doing very good. And then all of a sudden they called, and actually me and the customer, Marty Quigley, we was driving home. And I said, man, a lady called from Missouri. So I called her back, and it was she was from National Corn Growers, said you'd won the photo contest. Well, I had called my wife. I said, hey, sorry about your luck, but I ended up winning the contest, and I called her back. So it was pretty cool.
She might have regretted encouraging you to enter.
Absolutely.
We're taking a look at the photo now, and it is really beautiful. Tell us about it and what inspired you to take this picture, particularly from this angle.
So we do some different picture things. I like to take pictures of my customers' fields and just some different scenery around the farm and around the fields. So I was just out scouting the field and looking at moisture checking and just seeing how it was performing, and just happened to look up at the sky and think, man, that's a cool shot. So just kind of knelt down and took the picture and ended up with a good one.
Yeah, it almost doesn't look real. It's so pretty. What would you say contributed to this picture taking home the grand prize?
Oh, it was, I think it was just like you said, the angle of the picture and looking up at the sky and just kind of looking surreal. So.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Let's talk a little bit about your background in agriculture. I understand that you've been in the ag business for over 35 years. Tell us about that journey.
So went to Wilmington College, didn't grow up on a farm, and I had a fraternity brother call, wanted to run one of the high clearance sprayers at a local, actually it was a company owned or a family owned business. And 35 years later, still working, but went through the sales process, and that's what I do now. So enjoyed the ride, wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, and so you're in the sales, but also farm a little bit in Ohio. Tell us about Quigley Farms.
Yeah, so Marty Quigley is one of my bigger customers, and so that's where I do a lot of my research plots and do a lot of different things with some products and trials and tributes and heartbreaks and high yields and low yields. But yes, so I don't farm personally myself, but Quigley Farms is one of my major customers.
Yeah, and certainly you document it all in a really unique way. What is next for you as you continue into 2026?
Well, hopefully we've been in not necessarily a drought, but a drier season through the summer. So hopefully this year turns out good, and the customers can, have a prosperous year and looking into 2026 and beyond. Hopefully work for another 5 years before maybe retire.
All right. Well, we're really glad to talk to you this morning. Congratulations. Grand prize winner of the 2025 Fields of Corn photo contest. That was Mike Hacker.